A cloaked assassin shimmered into view 3 paces from Princess Salith Veyra's dais. Mara Kadei exploded from her position at the chamber's edge. She slammed into the attacker mid-lunge. Her shoulder drove into his cloaking field generator, shattering the illusion. The figure, a wiry Veyron male with ritual scars, tumbled across the polished obsidian floor. Mara pinned him face down. Her knee locked his arm. She wrenched his wrist vibroblade free. It clattered away, humming faintly. The assassin's free hand clawed for a hidden toxin dart. Mara twisted harder. Bone popped. He gasped. She yanked zip ties from her utility belt. They snapped tight around his wrists. 3 seconds total. The grand hall of the Veyron High Court froze. Hundreds of nobles stared from tiered balconies. Their iridescent scales gleamed under crystal chandeliers. Lord Commandant Rune Sarek rose from his command throne. His prestige plumes flared red with fury. "Human!" he bellowed. His voice echoed like cracking thunder. "You breach protocol!" Mara stood slowly. She kept one boot on the assassin's back. Her pulse stayed steady. Routine takedown, just like basic training drills. "I neutralized a threat to the princess," she said. Her voice cut clean through the murmurs. Eyes on Rune, no salute. Protocol be damned when blades were out. Princess Salith stepped forward. Her silver gown whispered against the floor, tall and lithe with scales like polished moonlight. She placed a hand on Mara's shoulder. The touch was firm, warm through the uniform. "Royal immunity invokes," Salith declared. Her voice rang with strategist steel. "Sergeant Mara Kadei acts as my assigned escort. Effective immediately." Rune's plumes twitched. He jabbed a clawed finger. "Absurd. This liaison? A human grunt in our sacred hall?" Envoy Ericthal slithered to his side. His diplomat robe swirled, smooth scales, sharper smile. "Protocol demands review, Your Highness." "Humans lack our neural sync. Unpredictable. Unfit." The court murmured agreement. Prejudice hung thick as incense. Salith's gaze hardened. She squeezed Mara's shoulder once, then released. "Debate the unfit one later." The assassin breathes. "Interrogate him." Guards hauled the bound male away. His hood fell back. Scars matched militant extremists, Rune's faction rivals. But no one said it aloud. Mara scanned the hall. No more shimmers. Clear. She holstered her sidearm, unfired. Salith turned to her. Low voice. "You moved before I registered the threat." Mara nodded once. "Trained for it, ma'am. No brag, just fact." The princess's eyes, golden slits, held hers. A flicker of assessment, not dismissal. Rune stormed down from his throne. His boots thudded. "Escort?" "She tackled without clearance! Detain her!" Guards hesitated. Salith raised a palm. They froze. "I claim her, by blood right decree." Rune halted, inches away. Towering over Mara, his breath reeked of spice. "You defend with brute force, no finesse. No sync. We Veyrons anticipate. Humans react." Mara met his stare, even. "I'm infantry, Lord Commandant. Reaction's my job." Irix chuckled. "Soft, oily, charming barbarism. But courts demand more than muscle." Salith cut in. "Muscle saved my life today. Dismiss the session." Nobles filed out. Whispers trailed. Unfit air with unfit guard. Salith led Mara to a side alcove. Private. Guards posted at the arch. She faced Mara fully. "Why volunteer for this posting?" Mara shrugged. "Captain Park's orders. Cooperate. Don't collapse diplomacy." Salith tilted her head. Scales shifted hue to soft blue. Curiosity, not the full truth. Mara paused. "Senior briefings. Smear campaign."
"They're boxing you out."
Salith's jaw tightened. "My strategies won 3 border skirmishes." Rune claims I lack prestige. Irix twists protocol to isolate me. She glanced at the hall. Empty now. "They're right about one thing. Humans are underestimated." Mara crossed her arms. "We get that a lot. Proves us wrong through action." A calm buzzed in Mara's ear. Captain Juno Park's voice, tight. "Cade, report." Court feeds lit up. "You drop a ghost in 3 ticks?" Affirmative, Captain. Assassin down. Princess claims me as escort. Juno whistled low. Good. Runes screaming on channels. Push cooperation. No incidents. Copy. Mara tapped off. Salith watched. Your captain trusts you. Earned it. Salith nodded. Slow. Then earn mine. Rune controls the fleet. Militants hit supply lines tomorrow. They'll blame me. Use this breach to strip my command. Mara processed. Goal, protect, and prove. Conflict, court prejudice. Outcome, shared risk ahead. I'm in, ma'am. What's the play? Salith's scales brightened. First smile, crisp. We hit their staging ground. Tonight, you provide the reaction. I provide the anticipation. Alarms blared suddenly. Hall shook. Explosions rocked the outer walls. Militant raid. Early. Rune's voice boomed over speakers. All forces to me! The unfit draws fire. Salith grabbed Mara's arm. Change of plans. We move now. Mara drew her pistol. Check mag. Full. Lead on, Princess. They sprinted into the corridors. Guards trailed. Laser fire cracked ahead. Mara shoved Salith behind a pillar, poked out, snapped 2 shots. Militants dropped. Veyran guards synced fire. Precise volleys, but slow to flank. Mara rolled low, tagged a third. Flank left, Salith signaled her squad. They adjusted. Instant sync. Militants fell back. Rune burst from a side passage, plumes wild. His elite squad in tow. He glared at Salith. You bring the human into combat? Salith stood tall. She's my escort. Proved worth already. Another blast. Ceiling crumbled. Mara yanked Salith clear. Debris rained. They tumbled together. Mara shielded her. Dust settled. Salith coughed. Close. Her hand gripped Mara's vest. Tight. Mara helped her up. Stay low, ma'am. Rune charged past. His squad overwhelmed the breach. Militants routed. He whirled on them. This is your fault. Your escort draws them. Salith brushed dust from her gown. Or repels them. Interrogate the prisoner. Trace the plot. Rune snarled, but turned away. Irix appeared, slippery as ever. Diplomacy strains, Princess. Perhaps reassign the human. Salith's eyes locked on Mara. No. She's mine. Mara felt the weight. Not just duty, trust sparked. Earned in dust and fire. They moved to the command deck. Holomaps flickered, militant signatures massed. Salith pointed. Here. Their true strike. Run scoffed. Impossible. No prestige in guessing. Mara studied the map. Human eyes caught the pattern. Supply faint. Real push coreward. She's right. Flank vector. Rune paused. Plumes dimmed. Human intuition? Infantry red? Salith nodded to Mara. Prep shuttles. We lead. Rune hesitated, then barked orders. Fleet mobilized, in the shuttle bay. Salith strapped in beside Mara, close quarters. Her scales brushed Mara's arm. Warmth lingered. You risk much for a dismissed princess, shuttle engines roared. Mara cinched her harness tighter. Princess Salith's scales grazed her arm again. Deliberate this time. You risk much for a dismissed princess, Salith said, voice low over the hum. Mara met her gaze. Golden eyes held steady. Duty, ma'am. And you're not dismissed yet. Salith's lips curved, a rare smile. Shuttle lurched skyward. Alarms blared from the holomap. Militant signatures scattered. Victory secured. But Mara spotted the real threat. Incoming court transmissions. Rune's voice crackled through. Princess, return immediately. Council emergency session. They docked hours later. Palace corridors buzzed with guards. Rune waited at the airlock. Plumes flared in fury. Your stunt nearly cost the fleet. Council demands your relocation. Salith stepped out first.
Chin high.
To where, Lord Commandant? Downgraded wing. Per protocol. Unfit heirs forfeit prime quarters. Rune's eyes flicked to Mara. Disdain curled his mandibles. And dismissed this. Leo-san. She endangers us all. Irix slithered from the shadows. Indeed. Human presence violates decorum. File the motion now. Salith halted. Her hand brushed Mara's sleeve. Subtle claim. No. She audits security first, every entry point. Now. Run barked a laugh. You command nothing. Guards, escort her. Mara shifted, hand near her sidearm. Palace guards tensed, 10 of them, scaled and armed with plasma lances, outnumbered. But Salith's writ hung in limbo. Mara scanned exits. 3, servants' door unguarded. Stand down, Mara said, voice flat, or I log interference. Rune sneered, human bluster. He waved guards forward. Salith spun. Protocol 47, air security overrides relocation until cleared. She strode toward the downgraded wing. Mara fell in step. Guards hesitated. Rune fumed but followed. The wing squatted in the palace underbelly, dim lights, cracked stone walls, no viewports. Salith entered the main chamber. Sparse, cot, desk, holotable. Here, she said. Audit it, Sergeant. Make it defensible. Mara nodded, pulled her scanner. Yes, ma'am. Start with perimeters. Hours blurred, Mara-mapped vents, doors, even floor panels. Weak points everywhere. Militant tech could breach 2 in under a minute. She marked them red on the shared holoslate. Seal these. Triple guards on the main hall. Royal guards milled outside. Rune's pick. Sloppy postures. Chatting. Mara keyed her comm. Captain Park, patch me to their logs. Juno's voice crackled from orbit. Done. What's the play? Drill time. Mara stepped into the hall. Guards straightened. Timed breach sim. You defend. I attack. Record starts now. A guard scoffed. Human? Against us? Clock's running. Mara bolted for the side door. Guard scrambled. Too slow. She slapped a mock breacher on the panel. Simulator puck from her kit. Green light flashed. Breach in 12 seconds. Fail. They reset. Mara feinted left. Scaled the wall grate. Dropped behind their line. Tagged 3 with paint rounds before they turned. Entry secured. Total time, 47 seconds. Rune stormed in. Absurd! She's not Royal Guard! Mara wiped paint from her vest. Logged official record. Your squad fails basic infantry standards. Guards muttered. Plumes drooped. One nodded grudgingly. She moves like wind. Irix arrived at dawn, flanked by scribes. Formal complaint. Human Sergeant Mara Kade violates sovereignty. Remove her immediately. Salith stood at the holotable. Mara beside her. Wing now fortified. Barricades up. Sensors live. Died, Salith said. She proved the wing vulnerable. My life depends on it. Irix unrolled a scroll. Hollow seals glowed. Council vote passed. Exile to outer spires. Effective now. Human goes too. Rune grinned. Prestige demands it. Your protector invites assassins. Salith's scales rippled. Anger. She glanced at Mara. Silent question. Mara nodded once. Ready? No, Salith said. I invoke Protection Writ 19. Binding oath. She activated the holotable. Scribes gasped. Ancient clause air binds a protector with legal force. Orders enforceable. Even over council. Irix paled. Unprecedented. A human? Salith pressed her palm to the seal. Light flared. Writ materialized. Gold-inked. Irrefutable. Sergeant Cade commands my security. All of it. Interfere, and it's treason. Rune's plumes flattened. Madness. She'll doom you. Mara took the writ, folded it into her vest. Orders, ma'am? Salith's eyes lingered. Warmth in them. Hold this wing. Prep for siege. They won't stop. Guards shifted allegiance. 2 saluted Mara. Your lead, Sergeant. Irix retreated. Consul will contest this. Let them. Salith turned to Mara, voice soft. You anchor me now. Mara felt the shift. Not just duty. Her hand brushed Salith's, brief. Scales smooth, pulse quick. Trust sealed in ink and action. Alarms wailed hours later. Militant probes lit the sensors. Mara directed guards. Blank left. Suppress fire. They moved sharp. Human drill paying off. Rune commit in. Furious. Your human tactics? They're laughing at us. They're dying, Mara replied. Blasts rocked the outer door. She yanked Salith behind cover. Body shielded hers. Debris pinged off armor. Ezilith gripped her arm. Tight. Together, Mara fired back. Precise bursts. Militants fell. Guards cheered. Alien precision met human grit. Breach held. But Irix's voice cut through static. Writ contested. Emergency session. Surrender the human, or face exile fleet. Salith rose. Dust in her scales. They come for us both. Mara reloaded. Then we fight smarter. Captain Park patched in. Mara, hold. Diplomatic clock ticking. Don't provoke war. Copy. Mara eyed the princess. Resolve burned. Romance flickered. Unspoken, in shared glances, but prejudice loomed larger. Rune's shuttle screamed overhead. Reinforcements? Or betrayal? Sensors spiked. Incoming signatures. Not militants, council enforcers. Salith drew her sidearm. They exile me over your dead body. Mara blocked the door. Not today, ma'am. My orders now. Explosions rattled the wing. The real siege began. Mara's boot hit the tribunal floor first. She scanned the packed gallery. Hundreds of scaled faces whispering. Salith walked beside her, chin high, robes whispering against marble. Guards flanked them, but Mara kept her hand near her holster. Protocol demanded it. Her gut screamed otherwise. A ripple cut through the crowd. Two figures shifted. Cloaks too bulky, eyes locked too long. Militant spotters. Mara spotted the glint of plasma coils under fabric. Second ambush. Here. Now. Down. Mara yanked Salith behind the nearest column. Stone exploded inches from her shoulder. Blaster fire chewed the floor. Screams erupted. The gallery dissolved into chaos. Mara spun out, pistol barking. Two precise bursts. The first shooter crumpled, cloak smoking. The second ducked behind a bench, firing wild. Mara rolled left, pinned him with suppressive fire. Bolts scorched the air, sizzling against alien stone. Guards, left flank, seal the exits. Salith crouched low, sidearm drawn. Her scales flushed deep blue. Fear or fury, Mara couldn't tell. Mara, stay put. Mara slapped a fresh clip home. Her shots drove the shooter back. He bolted for the upper tier. Mara pursued, weaving through panicked nobles. Lord Commandant Rune Sarek bellowed from the dais. Crush them! For the court! Reckless. Straight into the open. Plasma crisscrossed. Rune's line shattered. Crossfire from hidden nests above. Two guards dropped. Rune's lieutenant. Kevor took a bolt to the leg. He crawled, firing one-handed. The squad fragmented, cut off behind overturned benches. Rune roared orders, but his voice cracked static. Pinned, Mara saw it clear. The militants funneled them into a kill box. She keyed her comm. Rune, hold! Flank incoming, west stairs. No reply. Aliens dismissed human chatter. Fine. Action spoke. Mara sprinted. Low and fast, human legs pumping. She vaulted a rail, hit the west aisle. Civilians scattered. A shooter popped up, too slow. Mara's pistol cracked his visor. Shards rained. She slid into the upper nest. Two militants whirled. Mara fired mid-slide. Double tap one. Shoulder shot the other. He staggered. She closed. Rifle butted his jaw. He dropped. Clear. Mara grabbed a fallen Veyran grenade. Alien design, finned for bounce. She lobbed it downrange. Explosion ripped the crossfire nest. Shrapnel pinged off walls. Below, Rune squad rallied. But Kevor lay exposed, blood pooling under his scales. Militants zeroed him. Mara vaulted the balcony. 20-foot drop. She landed rolling, boots skidding marble. Pain flared in her knee. Ignored it. Sprint to Kevor. Blaster whined overhead. She dove, dragged him by the collar. His weight, dead mass, slowed her. Scales scraped stone. Incoming. A militant burst from cover, rifle raised. Mara fired from the hip. Hit. She hauled Kevor behind a pillar. His eyes widened, shock at the human hauling him like cargo. Stay down. Mara slapped a field dressing on his wound. Tight, efficient. Human field med, no frills. Rune's voice cut through. Kevor, report. Alive, sir. Human. Got me clear. Kevor's rasp carried. Silence on comms. Then Rune, regroup on me. Push. Mara peeked out. Main shooters pinned. Guards sealed the exits. Last militant bolted for a side door. Salith rose from cover. Fired. Clean miss, but it forced him low. Mara finished him. One burst to the back. Tribunal quieted. Nobles emerged, scales paling. Envoy Irixthal slithered forward, robes pristine. This outrage, human violence in Sacred Hall. Salith stood tall. Saved by it. Irix. Tribunal proceeds. Mara reloaded, scanning for more threats. Her arm burned. Grazed. Adrenaline masked it. Salith's gaze met hers. Gratitude flickered, unspoken. Her hand brushed Mara's wrist, scales warm. Rune stormed up, squad in tow, his crest flared red, rage or shame. He glared at Mara. You, flanked alone, dragged Kevor, standard infantry. Mara holstered her sidearm, calm, no boast. Kevor leaned on a guard. She outran Plasma Commander, human speed. Rune's mandibles clicked, court eyes bored in. Whispers of soft-skinned turned to murmurs. Humans, frail, unfit for Veyron wars. Proved wrong. In blood. Captain Juno Park's voice patched through Mara's earpiece, private channel. Mara, feeds show it all. Ports buzzing. Hold position, Diplo teams inbound, don't escalate. Copy, Captain. Mara eyed Rune. He turned away, but slower. Less venom. Irix called order. Princess Salith, your writ contested. Militants claim your reforms invite chaos. Human presence? Proof of weakness. Salith stepped forward. Weakness dies today. Sergeant Cade acted. My guards faltered. Rune stiffened. My squad charged true, and nearly died. Salith's voice cut steel. Human grit held the line. Gallery hushed. A noble stood. The soft one flanked an ambush. Rescued our lieutenant. Is this unfit? Irix smoothed scales. Protocol demands review. Exile fleet masses. Surrender the human. No. Rune's growl surprised Mara. She fights like Vera fire. Court witnesses. Mara's pulse steadied. Trust? From him, baby steps. Salith leaned close. Whisper for her ears. You shielded me, again. Duty, ma'am. But her hand lingered on Salith's arm. Pulse quick under scales. Shared wrist-bound tighter. Tribunal hammered. Session adjourns. Evidence reviewed. Irix sneered. Prejudice lingers, Princess. Your human toy won't sway all. Mara's comm buzzed. Park again. Incoming alert. Militant fleet signatures. Real this time. Tribunal's bait. Explosions rocked the outer spires. Not probes. Full assault. Rune barked orders. To arms. Humans prove it again. Salith drew her blade. With me, Mara. Mara nodded. Rifle up. Romance simmered in the charge. Loyalty forged hotter than plasma. But sensors screamed. Enforcers inbound. Whose side? Mara squeezed a trigger. Her rifle barked twice. Two enforcers in black-scaled armor crumpled at the chamber doors, plasma vents smoking on their chests. Salith slashed low. Her blade severed a third enforcer's rifle arm. Flank left! Rune charged right, his squad blasting a hole through the breach. Push them back! Mara rolled behind a tribunal pedestal. Shards of crystal rained. She popped up, sighted a grenadier priming a charge. One shot to the tube. Boom, friendly fire lit the corridor blue. The enforcers broke. Bodies piled. Silence dropped heavy. Salith wiped ichor from her blade. Her scales gleamed sweat-slick under the flickering lights. She met Mara's eyes. You see the breach protocols? Mara nodded, rifle sweeping. Coded locks. Militant overrides. They're inside the palace grid. Salith sheathed her weapon. I need you on comms. Full access. Rune barked from the doors. Princess protocol? No time. Salith pulled a data slate from her robes. Her claw danced across it, signature stamped. Sergeant. Cade, you have royal bypass codes. Direct link to Palace Net. Lock them out. Mara's wristcom pinged. Codes flooded in. Master keys to every door, every sensor. Eric's face paled across the chamber. He clutched his own slate. This violates. Save it. Mara synced the codes. Her HUD lit green. Palace systems bent to her will. Doors slammed on distant enforcer squads. Turrets whirred alive. Lord Commandant Rune stared. Human? Controls the palace? Salith's gaze locked on Mara. Warmth flickered in those violet eyes. She earns it. Alarms wailed anew. Captain Park's voice cut Mara's comb. Cade, we've got a prisoner dragged from the breach. Your call? Interrogate now? Affirm. Mara waved two of Rune's guards. That enforcer we downed. Bring him. They hauled the captive in, scales bruised, enforcer tattoos raw under torn armor. Mara knelt, rifle butt to his throat. Talk. Drop sight for your bombs. He spat blood. Vira filth. Reforms end today. Salith crouched beside her, voice like ice. Your fleet's a feint. Real plays inside. Mara pressed harder. Human grip crushed alien resistance. Codes, locations. Now, he buckled. Service tunnels, Bay 7. Crates marked Thal, export. Irix jolted. Lies, Thal lines cleared customs. Shut it. Mara stood. Bay 7. Evac that sector. Salith's hand brushed Mara's shoulder. Light, but electric. Scales soft against uniform. Motorcades next. Ceremonial routes bait. Cancel it. Mara pulled up palace maps. Bypass codes unlocked service tunnels. Reroute underground. We go now. Rune nodded sharp. No argument. My squad leads. Council nobles murmured. Prejudice cracked wider. Irix blocked the exit. Princess, evidence must route through envoy channels. Protocol. Salith snatched the captive's data chip. This is evidence. Hand carried. She gripped Mara's arm. With me. They ran. Mara covered point. Rifle hot. Service tunnels hummed. Dank air. Flickering conduits. Salith matched stride. Blade ready. Explosions echoed topside. Militants hit the ceremonial path empty. Bay 7 loomed. Mara overrode the doors. Crates stacked high. Ball export stamps glowed false. Rune's squad swept in. Bombs confirmed. Militant grade. Salith pried one open. Detonators ticked. Irix's smuggling line. Proof. Mara rigged a containment field with her codes. Secure it. Council needs this now. Back above ground, enforcers swarmed the outer halls. Mara blasted 3. Salith downed 2. Shared rhythm, trust in every glance. Council chamber doors sealed ahead. Irix's voice boomed from inside. Adjourn, no evidence without review. Mara slammed her codes. Doors hissed open. They burst in. Nobles jumped. Irix spun, scales blanching. Salith hurled the data chip to the tribunal table. Thal crates, militant bombs. Your envoy's line. Mara dropped the detonator core beside it. Drop site secured. Fleet's diversion. Rune stormed in behind. Human locked the palace. Enforcers trapped. Irix stammered. Fabrication! The soldier, a noble, scanned the chip. Authentic. False signatures. Gallery erupted.
Calls for Irix's arrest.
Salith faced the tribunal. My rule stands. Reforms proceed. Sergeant Cade proves it. Mara stood at her side. Rifle slung, but ready. Salith's tail brushed her leg. Subtle clean. Pulse raced under that touch. Rune clapped Mara's shoulder. Grip firm. They're fire indeed. Captain Park comet in. Fleets pulling back. Your play worked, Kadi. But sensors pinged. Inner enforcers broke free, heading coreward. Royal vaults. Salith drew her blade again. They're after the air seal. Mara, with me. Mara nodded. Romance burned in the charge. One signature unlocked more than doors. It cracked the court and lit a fire neither could ignore. But vaults breached. Whose blade waited inside? Mara crouched in the shadow of jagged cargo crates, her multi-tool humming as she spliced field kit wires into the alien drop site's power grid. Motion sensors whirred to life under her fingers. Silent alarms linked to her wristcom. One twitch from intruders, and the whole grid would light up without a sound. Salith knelt beside her, tail coiled tight. Her scales gleamed under the dim docking lights. Irix swallowed the bait. Forged dispatch sent. Private audience at dawn shift. Mara nodded, snapping the last connection. Good. He'll pull strings to keep it quiet. Rune's enforcers stay blind. Footsteps echoed from the gantry above. Mara yanked Salith down. Lord Commandant Rune strode into view, flanked by 4 armored guards. His prestige plumes flared. Sergeant Cade, this operation falls under my command now. Mara rose slow, hands visible. Rifle stayed slung. Captain Park's orders, sir. Human liaison secures the site till alien reinforcements arrive. Rune's mandibles clicked. Reinforcements delayed. Palace protocols. My call. You humans complicate enough. Salith stepped forward. Blade sheathed, but grip firm. Lord Commandant, the militants target me. Sergeant, Kaday's grid rig detects off-world signatures. We need her here. Rune eyed Mara like spilled ration packs. A foot soldier against strike teams? Step aside, Princess. Your court's judgment stands. You're unfit for this. Salith's tail lashed. Mara caught the flicker in her eyes, steel under the smear. With respect, Mara said, voice even. I've locked the perimeter. Your delay risks the trap. Rune barked a laugh. Trap? Child's play. My guards. Sweep now. He waved them forward. One guard triggered Mara's outer sensor. No alarm blared. Mara's rig pulsed silent to her comm only. She tapped Salith's arm. 2 fingers. Incoming. Salith's voice cut sharp. Hold. Rune. Sensors. A crate exploded inward. Shrapnel pinged off Rune's armor. Militants poured through. 6 off-world raiders in matte black exosuits. Plasma rifles hot. They fanned out, barking in guttural off-tongue. Veyra crate. Frame the air! Rune's guards fired wild. One dropped, chest smoking. Run bellowed. Flank them. Mara moved first. She rolled left. Rifle up, burst fired low. Leg shots. Non-lethal. Per liaison rules. First raider crumpled, screaming. Salith lunged right, blade flashing. She severed a rifle barrel, kicked the militant into a crate. Tail whipped another's ankle. Down he went, alive. Salith shouted, we need proof. Mara pivoted, slammed her stock into a raider's helmet. He staggered. She zip-tied his wrists with field cord. Plasma bolt grazed her shoulder. Hot sting, but she ignored it. Human reflex. Pain later. Rune charged center, prestige sword cleaving air. A raider dodged, fired point blank. Rune's armor held, but he reeled. Insolent. Salith vaulted a crate, tackled the shooter. Her claws pinned his throat. Yield! Mara covered her, dropping the last raider with a precise stun round to the neck. Silence fell. Bodies groaned. Rune panted, sword dripping coolant. His guards secured the rest. 5 alive, 1 dead. Salith rose, wiping blade ichor. She scanned the lead raider's belt pouch, pulled a data slate, frame codes. Veyra's seal forged on bombs, Irix's signature overlay. Rune snatched it, mandibles slack. Tal? Impossible. Mara knelt by the crates, prying one open. Militant explosives nestled inside, primed, stamped with palace envoy marks. Drop site secured. Your fleet diversion worked, Princess. They came straight here. Salith met her gaze, no words. Her hand brushed Mara's armored knee, firm, lingering, trust sealed in that touch. Mara's pulse kicked, alien warmth against human grit. Rune straightened, plumes folding respect. You anticipated this. Human kit outpaced my sweeps. Practical, Mara said. Infantry 101. Rig what you can. Bait the rest. Captain Park's comm crackled in Mara's ear. Cade. Status. Sensors lit up like a supernova. Strike team down, Captain. Captives breathing. Proof on slates. Park chuckled. Diplomacy intact. Rune buying in. Mara glanced at the Lord Commandant. He nodded once, clapping her shoulder. Hard enough to test, not crush. Veyra's fire needs kindling like this. Proceed to council. I'll escort. Salith sheathed her blade. Mara, with me. The court's next. They moved out, raiders bound for interrogation. Rune's guards hauled them. But Mara's sensors pinged again, faint, from the palace core, inner enforcers mobilizing. Not Rune's. Salith's tail brushed Mara's leg as they boarded the lift. Subtle claim. Heat built there, unspoken. Romance sparked in shared risk, council doors ahead. Irix waited inside, but that ping grew. Air seal? Mara gripped her rifle. Princess. Backup signal. Someone's moving on the vaults. Salith's eyes hardened. Irix's play. Or worse. She drew her blade. Charge with me. Mara nodded. Trust burned brighter than plasma. They burst forward. 1 human, 1 air. blades and bullets ready. Rune trailed, sword raised. For Vera! Lift doors sealed. Descent hummed. But the ping spiked. Breach imminent. Whose traitors waited below. Lift doors hissed open. Mara burst out rifle first into the vault antechamber. Recloaked figures yanked at a glowing air seal console. Plasma cutters whined. Salith's blade sang free. She lunged left. Mara fired right. Suppressed bursts. First traitor dropped. Chest blooming red. Second spun. Claw daggers flashing. Salith parried. Sliced his throat. Third bolted for the inner door. Mara's boot caught his ankle. He sprawled. She zip-tied his wrists. Yanked him up. Secure. Rune stormed in behind, sword dripping from a rear guard. His troops fanned out, rifles sweeping, vault intact. Good strike, human. Salith sheathed her blade, tail coiling tight. She punched codes into the console, seal locked with a resonant chime. Irix's pets. He'll deny it. Mara scanned the captive's slates. Raider codes matched palace logs. Proof ties to court. Your envoy's hand? Rune's eyes narrowed. He stepped forward, voice booming. Enough. This human acted without sanction. Unauthorized warfare on sovereign soil. Mara froze. Her rifle hung loose. Rune's guards leveled weapons. 6 rifles, muzzles inches from her chest. Arrest her, Rune barked. She oversteps. Vera's pet disrupts command. Troops advanced. Hand twitching toward her sidearm. No retreat. Captain Park's comm buzzed faint. Katie, talk me through. Salith shoved between them. Her body blocked the rifles. Tail lashed once, brushing Mara's thigh. Anchor in chaos. Stand down. Sergeant Cade acts under my direct order. As heir presumptive, I countermand. Rune's face twisted. You, branded unfit by council vote, your orders mean nothing, girl. Step aside. Council murmur echoed from open comms. Vault feeds live streamed to chambers above. Irix's voice slithered through. Lord Commandant speaks truth. Human violates protocol. Isolate the threat. Salith held ground. Her stance widened, blade half drawn. Council defers to tradition. Test her worth, or mine. Mara's pulse steadied. Heat from Salith's proximity cut the chill. No fear in that alien frame, just resolve. Mara straightened. I won't flee. Sanctioned combat trial. Me versus your pick. Winner proves command. Rune laughed, sharp as shattering crystal. Bold. Human. Our duels end in blood. You die quick. Terms, Mara said flat. I win, charges drop. Princess commands security unopposed. Salith turned her head, eyes locking Mara's. Gold irises flared. Accepted. On outcome, I claim full authority. Rune yields or forfeits prestige. Guards hesitated. Rifles dipped. Rune's jaw clenched. Live feeds buzzed. Court nobles whispering. Irix cut in. Reckless. Heir gambles empire on a soft skin. Tradition binds. Salith snapped. Invoke the right of blades. Now. Rune sheathed his sword slow. Very well. Dawn Arena. I choose the Blade Master. You, human. Survive the night. Troops withdrew. Mara exhaled. Salith's tail grazed her again. Deliberate. Warmth lingered. Park's comm crackled. Cade, you alive? That's one hell of a play. Intact, Captain. Duel at dawn. Back me? Diplomacy's yours. Win clean. They ascended. Vault secured behind. Salith walked close, shoulder brushing Mara's. Silence hummed electric. Council reconvened above, doors parted to packed tears. Irix stood central, robes pristine. Princess overreaches. Human taints our bloodlines. Salith strode forward, Mara at flank. Trial proves all. Dissent now equals treason. Nobles shifted. Rune took high dais. Eyes cold on Mara. She fights unarmed. No rifle crutches. Mara met his stare. Blades only. Your rules. Murmurs swelled. Salith claimed her seat. Empty till now. Tail curled possessive near Mara's boot. Rest, Sergeant. My chambers adjoin the guard wing. Hours blurred. Mara stripped gear in dim alien quarters. Synth leather walls pulsed faint light. She oiled her issue knife. Human steel. Edge-honed mirror. Sensors pinged no threats. Trust settled deep. Door chimed. Salith entered, unguarded. Robes traded for tunic and leggings. Warrior simple. Council fractures. Rune pushes exile vote pre-dawn. Mara set knife down. He loses tomorrow. You rule. Sylith approached. Distance closed to breaths. You risk death for me. Why? Job, Mara said, but her hand lifted, traced Salith's jaw. Scaled, warm. And this, lips met. Alien and human. Soft yield, then hunger. Salith's tail wrapped Mara's waist, pulling tight. Heat ignited. Hands roamed. Tunic shed. Scales gleamed under skin lights. Mara traced ridges, eliciting shivers. They tumbled to furs. Salith's claws raked gentle. Tests of control. Mara pinned her wrists, kissed down throat. Gasps mingled, trust forged in skin. Dawn neared. They dressed. Salith's eyes burned. Win for us. Arena thundered. Tiered stone rang under 10,000. Rune's champion entered. A blade master, 7 feet of corded muscle, twin swords whirling. Scars mapped victories. Mara stepped ring center, knife only, barefoot on sand. Crowd jeered. Soft-skinned chants. Rune signaled. Horn blared. Champion charged. Swords blurred high-low. Mara dodged left, sand kicking. Knife slashed air. Faint. She rolled under, boot to knee. Crack. He roared. Spun. Mara parried first strike. Sparks flew. Human steel held. Second sword whistled. She twisted, elbow to jaw. Stun. Champion staggered. Mara pressed. Knife darted. Grazed arm. Drew blue blood. Crowd hushed. He rallied. Overhead smash. Mara sidestepped. Tripped him into sand. Mounted. Knife to throat. Yield. Blademaster tapped ground. Horn blew. Silence shattered. Cheers erupted. Mixed. Run stood rigid. Salith vaulted rail. Claimed ring. Victory! I command. Charges void. Irix fled tears. Guards pursued. Rune bowed stiff. As right decrees. Mara rose. Knife sheathed. Salith gripped her arm. Public claim. Tail intertwined legs. Heat promised more. Park Kamed. Stars Cade. Your legend. Fleet owes you. Threats loomed. Irix's web. Raider remnants. But trust sealed. Human and air. Unbreakable. Sensors pinged anew. Outer breach. Real militants inbound. Salith's eyes met Mara's. Together? Mara nodded. Rifle slung. Always. Mara's boots hit the arena sand as alarms wailed. Red lights strobed across the tiered stone. Her rifle snapped up. Sights aligned on the nearest exit tunnel. Salith matched her stride. Plasma pistol drawn. Tail lashing behind iridescent scales. "The spaceport vector," Mara barked into her comm. "Joint squad, form on me." Park. "Get your Marines planet side. Now." Captain Juno Park's voice crackled back. "Shuttle launching, ETA-5. Don't die a hero, Cadet." Salith's guards, 6 Veyron elites in ornate armor, fell in behind. Their crests flared with doubt, eyes flicking to Mara's human frame. Lord Commandant Rune lingered at the rail, face twisted. "Human leads?" Protocol, bends," Salith snapped. "Or breaks." She vaulted the barrier first. Mara followed, rifle sweeping corridors. They burst into the undercroft. Service lifts hummed. Mara punched overrides, forcing doors wide. The squad piled in. Aliens twice her height, weapons humming with energy coils. She ignored their stares. Plank pairs. Suppress and contain. No martyrs. The lift jolted upward. Salith's hand brushed Mara's arm. Warmth lingered from the ring's grip. "You spared him. Rune's champion lives to whisper your mercy." Mara checked her mag. Dead men don't learn. Doors hissed open to chaos. Spaceport bays echoed with gunfire. Raider shuttles squatted like black scars on Duracrete. Ramps down. Militants poured out. Masked figures in scavenged Veyron plate. Rifles spitting blue plasma. Irix's remnants, no doubt. Guards already engaged, pinned behind cargo crates. Mara dropped prone. Suppressing fire. Her rifle cracked. 5.56 rounds punched through armor at 500 meters. First militant crumpled, helm smoking. The squad's plasma lanced out, vaporizing cover. Push! Left flank! Mara rolled forward, sandbags exploding beside her. An alien guard grunted approval, crest rising. They advanced in bounds. Human-led, they ran follow. A militant grenadier rose, tube leveled. Mara snap-fired. Round caught his shoulder. He spun, grenade tumbling. Salith's pistol flashed. Plasma bolt detonated at mid-air. Shrapnel pinged harmlessly. Nice shot, Mara said. Salith's eyes gleamed. Learned from you. They closed the gap. Militants broke for their ramps. Mara vaulted a crate, rifle barking. 2 down. Her squad mates poured fire. Plasma arcs melting hulls. One Varen took a hit. Scales charred. Mara dragged him back, biofoam sealing the wound. Hold, she ordered. Flush him out. Grenades boomed from her launcher. Flashbangs, not lethal. Militants staggered, blinded. The squad stormed ramps. Close quarters turned brutal. Mara's knife flashed alongside Varen blades. She disarmed. One, boot, to throat, spare. Another lunged. Plasma graze scorched her vest. She countered. Elbow shattering mandible. Salith covered her 6. Pistol precise. Last shuttle. Mara sprinted. Militants piled aboard. She slid under the ramp, rifle up. Burst fire stitched the hatch controls. Metal fused. They trapped 12 inside. Flush and cuff, Mara called. Squad complied. Stunners dropped them limp. Park's Marines dropped in then. Boots thumping Duracrete. Spaceport secure, Juno reported. Fleets got orbital lock on their backup. Mara rose, wiping blue blood from her blade. Salith stood amid the captured tail coiling possessively near Mara's leg. The Veyron guards knelt, crests fully flared. Respect etched in every line. Back in the grand hall, council chambers thrummed. Hollow screens replayed the arena rite, then spaceport feeds. Bound militants knelt center floor. Irix Thal chained beside them. Guards had netted him fleeing the tiers, his diplomatic shuttle, packed with strike codes. Salith strode the dais, Mara at her shoulder. Rune sat rigid, prestige armor dented from his champion's fall. Council elders leaned forward, crests twitching. Envoy Irix orchestrated the smears. Salith declared, voice steel. These raiders bear his sigils. Interrogations confirm. He branded me unfit to seize the throne. Lord Commandant Rune turned blind eye for military favor. Rune surged up. Lies. The human. Salith silenced him with a holodump. Coded bursts linked Irix's comms to Rune's. Gasps rippled. Indict them both. Treason. Council murmured. An elder rose. Proof. Irrefutable. Irix exiled. Rune stripped of command. Irix snarled. Chains rattling. A soft-skinned puppet. She'll fall. Mara stepped forward, rifle slung casual. Her presence alone hushed him. The elder nodded to her. Human sergeant, your actions. Extraordinary. Mercy in the ring. Victory. Here. Salith turned to the assembly. Light caught her scales, eyes locked on Mara. Council yields. I claim rule. She drew her oath blade, ancient crystal humming. But no throne stands alone. Silence gripped the hall. Salith knelt before Mara, princess to soldier. Gasps echoed. Sergeant, Mara Cade. By royal oath, I name you sworn protector, blade and shield eternal. Blade touched Mara's palm. Warmth surged, binding energy tingled skin. Mara accepted, grip firm. I serve. Salith rose, voice dropping intimate and private partner, heartbound, beyond protocol. Tail slipped around Mara's waist, public yet fierce. Heat flushed through fabric. Council erupted. Cheers mixed with stunned crests. Rune bowed low, broken. Elders chanted assent. Mara met Salith's gaze. Trust sealed, in blood and breach. But sensors pinged again. Deeper scans. Raider mothership decloaking in orbit. Bigger threat, inbound. Salith squeezed her hand. Together? Mara grinned, rifle ready, always. Park's comm buzzed urgent. Cade. Fleet battle incoming. Your princess needs a war council. Mara nodded to Salith. They turned as one, hall parting before them. Human and air. Unbreakable. But the stars burned with war. The oath hummed in Mara's veins. Partnership meant more now. Bodies, battles, futures entwined. Salith's touch lingered, promising nights amid the storm. Rune's glare followed. Exile wouldn't silence grudges. Erix's web stretched further. Mara chambered around. Let them come. Council dispersed. Salith led Mara to private chambers. Silk-draped walls, viewport framing the contested sky. Door sealed. No words first. Salith pressed close, scales cool against Mara's vest. Lips met. Alien fire. Human hunger. You proved them wrong, Salith whispered. Hands roamed, unclasping gear. Mara pulled her nearer. We did. Clothes shed. Bodies aligned. Curves to strength. Tail wrapping thighs. Shared risk ignited deeper fire. They moved urgent, arena adrenaline-fueling rhythm. Salith gasped, crests flaring ecstasy. Mara held steady, protective even here. After, entwined. Viewport alarms flickered. Mothership hailed. Ultimatum. The Salith traced Mara's scars. My protector, my love. Mara kissed her crest. Your soldier. Fleet signatures multiplied. War called. But in that breath, trust bloomed absolute. Human worth proven. Alien heart won. Calm blared. Kade. Bridge now. They dressed swift, hand in hand. Ready. Orbital feeds showed it. Raider behemoth. Guns hot. Veyron fleet scrambled. Mara's shuttle awaited. Salith boarded with her. Joint command. Park grinned from the